1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Prime Minister and Uzbek President will review entire spectrum of bilateral relations and regional situation at a virtual summit tomorrow. Planning Minister says about 70,000 anti-COVID vaccines are being administered on daily basis in the country. One terrorist has been killed in exchange of fire with security forces in South Waziristan. The UN Secretary General has called for a new social contract based on solidarity to reduce extreme inequalities caused during COVID-19 pandemic. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan and President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Miromonovich Mirziyoyev will have a virtual summit tomorrow. During the virtual summit, the leaders will review entire spectrum of bilateral relations, including political, trade, economic, security, connectivity, and people-to-people exchanges. The two sides would focus on enhancing political and strategic linkages, fast-tracking transit and trade cooperation, and building educational and cultural collaboration. The Trans-Afghan Railway project, agreed between Pakistan, Uzbekistan, and Afghanistan earlier this year, is a key area of focus. Meeting of the Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. The meeting is discussing overall political and economic situation of the country. Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar says over 1.3 million people have been vaccinated so far against COVID-19 across the country. Addressing a news conference today, he said 60 to 70,000 vaccines are currently being administered on daily basis, and it is our effort to enhance it to 150,000 to 200,000 after Eid al-Fitr. The minister once again urged the people to fully comply with health guidelines to avoid the spread of virus. 118 more deaths due to coronavirus were reported in the country during the last 24 hours. According to NCOC, a total of 50,520 tests were conducted throughout the country during the last 24 hours, out of which 4,318 patients tested positive for coronavirus, showing the positive ratio of 8.54%. The death toll for the pandemic has mounted to 15,619, while 6,38,267 patients have fully recovered from the disease so far. One terrorist, Pir alias Asad, was killed in exchange of fire with security forces in Ladha area of South Waziristan. According to ISPR, security forces conducted an intelligence-based operation on reported presence of terrorists. The killed terrorist was an active member of TTP since 2006. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has urged governments to consider a solidarity or wealth tax on those who profited during COVID-19 pandemic to reduce extreme inequalities. In a statement, he said the fortune of the world's richest rose by $5 trillion in the past year. The UN Secretary General urged need for a new social contract based on solidarity and investments in education, social protection, and health systems. The Central Ruwat-e-Hilal Committee meets in Peshawar this evening for sighting of Ramadanul Mubarak moon. The chairman of the committee, Maulana Abdul Khabir Azad, will preside over the meeting. The zonal Ruwat-e-Hilal committees will also simultaneously meet at the provincial headquarters. A prominent Kashmiri human rights group, Tehreek-e-Kashmir, has asked Britain not to invite Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend G7 summit in Cornwall later this year. According to KMS, President Tehreek-e-Kashmir UK Fahim Kiani said we, together with a number of other Indian minority groups, have planned a protest demonstration against the Indian government. The demonstration seeks to raise awareness of gross human rights abuses of the Indian government has committed against Muslims in Kashmir and other minority groups across India. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, 7 people, including a child, were killed when 3 others injured after a bus fell into a stream in Doda district today. The International Union for Muslim Scholars has asked warring parties in Afghanistan to end violence, especially during holy month of Ramadan. In a statement, IUMS Secretary General called on Afghan government and Taliban to achieve a comprehensive and fair reconciliation. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.